What's up, y'all? You already know what time it is. Go ahead, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and get ready because today's update. Yeah, it's about none other than Tiffany Henyard. Now, I know some of y'all been wondering, where's she been? She's been real quiet lately. No live streams, no dramatic Facebook rants, no pop-up press conferences. She's gone. Off the grid like she's in witness protection. But let's not kid ourselves, this ain't silence by choice. See May beyond. That's a big maybe one of her clearance rack attorneys finally sat her down and said, "Girl, stop talking. Seriously. Maybe she's finally getting it through that ego of hers, that this isn't just drama for the internet. These are real legal battles with real consequences, but honestly, I'm not buying it. I don't think she's had a reality check yet. I think in her mind, this is still a game. She thinks she can log off, lay low for a few weeks, and everything will blow over. Like a PR storm, she can outlast. But that's not how this works. She's got lawsuits coming from every angle. Government agencies, watchdog groups, business owners, citizens. Former staff, it's like the entire town got fed up and decided to lawyer up. And let's not forget the FBI is still watching. Is that investigation still open? Still active? It's because they're quiet doesn't mean they're done. As my grandma used to say, just because the stove ain't whistling, don't. I mean, the water ain't boiling, so yeah, Tiffany's arrest? That's not a maybe, that's a win. And we're all just sitting here waiting for the other shoe to drop. Let's break down where she's at, legally, because the list is getting longer than a CVS receipt. Case number 1, TAC Group Investments v. Tiffany Henyard. That one hits close too. Home. The TAC Group is tied to the family that owns St. Patrick's Liquor Store, a black-owned business. And guess what? Tiffany blocked their liquor license. Straight up refused to sign off on it. No valid reason. No due process. Just personal bias and petty politics, so the owners had to take her to court. The court had to force her to approve the license so they could keep operating. Imagine that. A mayor actively trying to crush a small business in her own community. And this ain't even the full story. There was a second license she left, hanging some kind of permit they never got approved. So this new lawsuit, looks like it's part 2 of the same saga. You tell me how many mayors get sued multiple times over liquor licenses? That alone should have been national news. Now on to case number 2, Jeff. Dear, we don't know much about this one yet. Dude's name just popped up on the docket. But when people start filing lawsuits with zero media push, it usually means they're not looking for attention, they're looking for justice. We'll keep an eye on it. Case number 3, Edgar County Watchdogs. These folks, they don't play. This case is about the FOIA violations Freedom of Information Act. Remember those missing credit card receipts? Yeah, those. Tiffany's administration was using township funds like a personal debit card, and when people asked for the receipts, she suddenly lost them, blamed the trustees, claimed she wasn't responsible, tried to wave it off like it was a spilled drink, but the judge wasn't having it. Ordered her to explain exactly what steps she took to find those records. Her lawyer, Mr. Big Talk Brimley or whatever, submitted some sloppy affidavit like, yeah, she looked around, didn't find him, and the court rejected it, like straight up threw it out. Not detailed, not transparent, not legal, and... Let's talk about the fine. The court ruled that starting June 6th, she'd owe $1,000 per day until those FOJA documents were turned over. That's not symbolic. That's cold, hard cash. Today is June 30th. That's 24 days. By now, she should owe $24,000, minimum. But this is Illinois, especially in the Chicago Southland. The justice system loves to drag its feet when it comes to holding powerful people accountable. So far, no signs she's paid a dime. They keep giving her pass after pass while anyone else would be behind bars or bankrupt by now. Now, let's talk about David Duvall. Another lawsuit, another name, another person who says they were wronged by Tiffany Henyard. The details. Still emerging, but just the volume of these cases says enough. This isn't about 1 or 2 disgruntled residents. It's a pattern. A wave of people lining up saying they've been mistreated, denied, or ignored. One lawsuit is a warning. Dozens. That's a full-blown indictment of leadership. But now we get to the one that really burns. This one's personal. Because this woman, this so-called mayor, interfered with the firefighter pension fund and medical coverage. Let that sink in. These are men and women who risk their lives for the community, who run into burning buildings, who respond to accidents, emergencies, chaos. And now, because of some reckless mismanagement or shady maneuver, they show up at the doctor's office and get told, your insurance isn't valid. Because of her, that's not politics. That's not a policy dispute. That's disrespect at the highest level. That's betrayal. And that's why I don't pull punches when I talk about her. That's why I say what I say. Because Tiffany didn't just fumble a few forms. She put people's health, livelihood, and lives at risk. All while smiling for the cameras and pretending like she's some kind of hometown hero. She's not misunderstood. She's not the victim of a smear campaign. She's a problem. That problem is finally catching up with her. So stay tuned, because if you think, this story's over, we're just hitting the middle chapters, and that ending? Oh, it's coming hard, and in handcuffs. Let's take a moment to talk about the firefighters, those men and women who wake up every single day ready to walk straight into danger. They're not sitting in offices or taking extended lunch breaks. They're running into burning buildings, pulling people from wreckage, battling chemical fires, and navigating collapsing structures. Their job is life or death, and they carry that burden every single time the alarm goes off. Even if they're not fighting fires daily, when duty calls, they answer instantly and without hesitation. Now picture one of them, after 20 years of service, lungs damaged, body worn out, showing up at a doctor's office for much-needed care, only to be told their insurance is no longer valid. Why? Because Tiffany Henyard decided to mess with their retirement and medical benefits. She didn't respect their sacrifice or honor their service. She violated the trust they earned with their blood, sweat, and trauma. And that's where this goes from negligent to outright evil. She didn't just mismanage, she betrayed. She turned her back on the very people who protect this community, and for that, I feel no sympathy. The FBI isn't done with her, not by a long shot. Out there, still investigating, and when the hammer finally drops, it's going to hit hard. She didn't just wreak havoc in Dalton, she dragged Thornton Township down too, flipping two communities into chaos. And despite the Lightfoot audit exposing a portion of the damage, we still haven't seen the full financials. No one knows how deep the hole is. And if Tiffany's history of compulsive lying tells us anything, we won't get the truth from her. She's still dodging accountability, zooming into court hearings like she's above the law, while multiple court appearances are scheduled for the same time in different rooms. If it were up to me, every time she skipped a hearing, that'd be another 30 days in jail. The judges need to stop letting her play games. This isn't traffic court. Not untouchable. She needs to be physically present at every hearing, and if she misses one, it's time for a bench warrant. She can try to disappear, try to outlast the outrage, but we're not forgetting. Not what she did to the firefighters, not what she did to Dalton or Thornton Township. I'll be right here watching when that accountability finally catches up with Herbie, because justice is coming. I plan to witness every second of it.